Hi there. So in this training video, I'm going to be showing you how to use RSVP Online's email builder. We're going to be covering things like your email dashboard, designing your email campaigns, inserting links into your email campaigns, including the RSVP here links, selecting the appropriate BAFTA mailing lists, and finally your email analytics. So let's get started. When you log into RSVP Online, you'll navigate to your emails dashboard by clicking the emails tab at the top here. This will show you a summary of your most recent email activity, which is a really handy record of all your previously sent campaigns. Up the top here, you can see that you're able to search your emails. So if you've got a particular campaign for a particular title, you'll be able to find all of those really quickly and easily. You're then able to sort them by the date and time they were sent, and also the status of the email, so whether or not it's a draft or if it has already been sent out to voters. On the right here, you can see that there are multiple actions you can take to help you really streamline your work. The first thing you can do is preview any emails. So this is whether or not they're a draft or sent. You can click view here and a handy little pop-up will appear. So you can just have a look at what was sent or designed previously. You can then see the edit button, which I'm going to be clicking in a moment. This allows you to edit any draft campaigns that you have on the go. If you're unhappy with one of your drafts and you want to get rid of it, you can click the delete button, and this keeps your email dashboard really nice and tidy. Next to that, we have your stats. At the moment, it's grayed out because this is a draft email, so there are no sending stats for us to look at yet. But on any sent emails, if we click the stats button here, we can see how many emails were sent, how many of those were delivered, how many times the email has been viewed in total, how many individuals viewed the emails, and if anyone unsubscribes from your mailing lists. If you ever see something here that you're not sure of, or you want us to investigate any unsubscribes, things like that, just let us know. We can view all this information on the back end, so please do get in touch. Finally, you have the ability to copy an email, which is a really helpful tool, as I'm sure you already know from previous award seasons. Once you've designed one email campaign, you've designed them all. So you can copy your campaign here and then edit the draft and just fill in the different screening details each time. Really speeds up the process once you're happy with a design. Speaking of designs, let's get on to how to create your BAFTA campaign. A couple of ways you can do this. You can either start from scratch by clicking send invite here. You can copy a previous email, or once you have a draft in place, you can click edit. And in true Blue Peter fashion, here is one that I made earlier. Now, once the email builder has opened, you'll be able to see up the top here that you need to fill in a few details first before we get onto the really fun part. The first part you'll need to fill in is your email title. Now, this is what appears on your email dashboard. It's something that only you and other members of your team will see. So you can make this reference whatever you want, really. The email subject, on the other hand, is what recipients see when it lands in their inbox. I have to have some really strict rules about what this subject line needs to include and how it reads. So do double check their rules for this year to make sure you're in line with everything. The next thing will be selecting your from name and from emails from the drop down here. As part of the onboarding process, we set up your list of sender addresses. We can continue adding to this list as the award season goes on, but please just make sure that you do give us at least 24 hours notice before you need a new sender address set up, just because we need to make sure that all the forwarding is set up correctly on our end as well. Moving on to the fun part of designing our email. Now, we have tried to make the email builder as straightforward to use as possible. You'll see that it has a lot of tools that you should be already really familiar with, from things like word processors or your own Gmail, Outlook inboxes. We've got your basic toolbar along the top here, but if you want to get into the real nitty-gritty of designing your email, you can click the format button up the top here, and you can see that this lets you delve into the details even more. As you can see from the campaign that I've already inserted into the builder here, It's really easy to design something that is within the BAFTA guidelines and regulations. And like I said previously as well, it is possible to just continue to copy this design over and over again and then change the details as needed to suit whatever it is that you're doing. The thing I'm going to show you is how to insert a link into your screen invitation. Now, the most important one, obviously, is going to be the RSVP here link. Really simple to do. Highlight the text that you want to become a hyperlink and then click this icon here, looks like chain link, and put in the URL here. Now, we'll cover this in later training, but when you set up an event on RSVP Online, we will provide you with the URL that you need to insert here. So all you need to do is just paste it in and click save. And now that link will take them to the RSVP form. The same goes for things like if you want to insert a trailer or anything like that as well. Same process, highlight the text that you want to make into a hyperlink, click this here, and just paste in the URL you want to include. Scrolling down a little bit further, just so you can see it, you will also have your email footer here. As part of the onboarding process, we will make sure that we have a footer that complies with GDPR and PECR regulations. So it will include the reason they received the email, an unsubscribe link, and also an appropriate physical office address. This is all to stop your emails from going into the dreaded spam filter. Once you're happy with your design and you want to have a look and see what it will look like in people's inboxes, you are able to send yourself a test. As part of the onboarding process, we will ask you to provide us with a list of email addresses you might like to send test emails to. The reason being is we don't want you to accidentally send an email to the wrong person. And that's why we set it up in the background to prevent this from happening. So if you'd like anyone else to receive a test email, just let us know and we can add them to the recipient address book in the background. All you need to do though, once that's all set up, is just type in the email address you'd like to send a test to here and click send test. And here's one I did earlier. As you can see, it says test at the front, so you know that it's just a test and you've not accidentally sent the real thing out yet. We can see our from name appears here, and we can see our reply to or from sender address there. And a bit of a sneak preview, because we're going to be going over this in later training videos, but if we click the RSVP here link, you can see that this directs them to the screening's RSVP form. And all they need to do is fill in their details and click submit request. And it's as simple as that. If you're happy with your test and you're ready to send out to BAFTA voters, it's a really simple process to do. You click the next button at the bottom here, and you'll be asked to select your mailing list. Click the plus icons here to cascade the mailing lists, and then select the appropriate BAFTA mailing list that you would like to send to. These lists will be updated on a weekly basis, so you know that you're always sending out to the most up-to-date BAFTA mailing lists. We do that all in the background for you, so that's one less thing for you to worry about. And then when you're ready, all you need to do is click send now. That's it. Once your email is sent, you'll then be able to go back to your email dashboard and view your email stats. If you will see, as the email is going out to BAFTA members, that the status will change to processing. And then once it is sent, it'll then change to sent. If you ever find that it's processing for a long time and you're not sure if it's gone out, or you look at your stats and it looks like if you ever find that an email is processing for a bit longer than you'd expect, or you look at your email stats and the deliverability rate is not where you would expect it to be, then please do let us know. We can investigate that for you. And that's it. If you have any other questions, or would like us to go through anything in a little bit more detail, please reach out to us on help@rsvp-online.co.uk, and either Josh or myself will get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks!